All right, welcome back, guys. This is another episode of Dr. Jim and Jody, and again, I left them in Chicago. Sorry. I don't even know if I told them I was coming out here, to be honest with you. I didn't?
That's another story that we have to have.
A difficult conversation on. And this is Lili. And you may have recognized her from Decluttering, but this is how we really met, was breath work. Yeah, and meditation.
Yes.
Yes, so you want to talk a little bit about what you do?
Sure. So I'm a breathwork meditation facilitator, and it's this thing that's kind of on the rise at the moment. It's getting a lot of coverage lately. I feel like it's going to become the next big yoga movement, because there are different types of breath work, just like there's different types of yoga. I don't know, it's this weird thing that I teach. It makes your body feel really weird and wonderful, and all sorts of emotions come up and out, and the breath is this very powerful tool, which I love so much, because as a professional organizer and a meditation teacher, I'm all about efficiency. I love productivity, I love efficiency. So when I discovered this way to basically change my whole nervous system, the way I was feeling, the way I was thinking in under 20 minutes, I was like, yes, I'm all about this.
Right.
This is my thing.
Right.
This is my thing. And often sitting in silent meditation for most people is really, really challenging. It's really hard for a lot of people, especially if you're type A, you're super busy, you're on the go all the time, to just sit silently. And while I think the benefits of silent meditation are wonderful and amazing and scientifically proven to change our brain and our thought patterns and everything, I fully support it. It never really worked for me. So breathing for me and giving my mind something to focus on in a really short, fast, and effective way was the thing for me that really connected all the dots. And I mean, it can make you feel 1,000 different things. I mean, a lot of the emotions come up and out through a practice like this. The first 6 months that I did it, I basically cried every single time.
In a good way.
In a good way, yeah. And I had held on to a lot of stuff for most of my life. I discovered this practice in my 30s, and I'd held on to a lot of stuff. I wanted to control a lot of stuff. I wanted to be in charge of a lot of stuff, and didn't fully express a lot of my emotions. So this gave me access to tears, which I often say are the best cleanse going out there. Better than any juice cleanse, better than any colonics, better than any, kind of cleanse you can buy out there. Crying can sometimes be the greatest release. And a lot of times people come out of class and they look younger, they look brighter, they're happier, they look like they maybe have lost 10 pounds. And people say, how do you describe breathwork? How do you describe it? Like, what is it? It's kind of like working out, meditating, and a nap all at the same time.
And your abs hurt when you're done, which is awesome.
And you laugh.
So here's the deal, listen. So we deal, in the city, there's a lot of people that struggle with that. They struggle with, we're so busy.
Right.
There's no time for that. And they want to do it. And everything sounds good. It's not good what you're saying. But what's the first step? Literally, what is the first step in even I want to do it, sounds good, but that's overwhelming to me to take 30 seconds out of my day to even take breath.
Welcome to the city.
Yeah. Because all we do in Los Angeles is just lie around and meditate and breathe all day long. We don't do.
That's La La Land.
Right. We're super unproductive over here. We don't get anything done. We have no stress. No stress.
Where do you start with that difficult, where someone's just I just can't.
Well, I would ask them, and I would challenge them to look at some of the science behind meditation and what it actually does. So if you want to be super productive, make a ton of money, and really go after all of the goals, and because most people that you're talking about are very goal driven, right? They're very goal driven. They have really high standards for themselves, and they got to get stuff done. And meditation proves time and time again that you actually accomplish more by stepping outside of your busyness for 10 minutes, 20 minutes a day, because you get things done from a much clearer place. Instead of rushing and trying to get everything done and get it off your to-do list, you're actually focused and conscious with your decision making. So I would challenge the person who says, I don't have time. I would say, well, how much more do you want to up your personal development game? How much bigger do you want your bank account to be? How much more do you want to truly help people? How much more do you really want to step up and be the CEO of that company and the next company and or whatever it is that you want? Because I'm telling you, taking care of yourself in this way and coming from a super clear, focused point in your decision making, that's where it's at.
I heard Steve Harvey this morning say, because if you're busy, then you should have busy money.
I like it. I like it. That's awesome.
So don't ever use the excuse you're busy if you don't have money.
I like it. So Jim, how did a challenge work out for you?
Which one?
I don't know. Did somebody give you a challenge one day and you took it?
For meditation?
No.
Yeah. Or
Just challenge in life.
anything.
Like, doesn't a challenge trigger you?
Oh, always.
Yeah. So.
But that's more an athletic mindset or athlete mindset, I think.
But isn't that what people who are so here? I mean, that it's almost the same mindset.
Same thing. I mean, a meditation teacher that I know, a colleague of mine, said, I challenge you for 30 days. Just do, and I don't know if you're familiar with the 12 steps or program lingo or anything, but in that in that bubble or in that lifestyle, there's often, if somebody's really struggling, they say, we'll do a 30 and 30. Go to 30 readings for 30 days and tell me how you feel. So try breathwork for 30 days, do it for 30 days, and tell me how you feel.
Yeah.
And I would also, this is what he also said, he said, take a picture of yourself at the beginning of the 30 days, 5 days, 15 days, 20 days, and take a picture and see how it actually physically makes you look different from day 1 to day 30. So how do you get started? How do I break through with somebody who's so focused and I'm so busy, I don't have time? I don't know. How bad do you want to change your life? How much happier do you want to be? How much more successful? How do you want to live? Do you want to just live from a place where everything is so busy and I'm so tired and I'm so rushed? Or do you want to actually enjoy and savor every moment of your life? Because I did all that. I did all the I'm so busy, I don't have time to exercise, I don't have time to date, I don't have time to travel because I'm so busy. And I was also really miserable. Really miserable. And doing this thing where sometimes it's only 7 minutes a day, sometimes I only have 7 minutes, sometimes I only have literally 3 breaths that I take.
But you take them.
But I take them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's the 30 days can be short for certain people. It could also be very long for people as well.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So 5 minutes, or 30 seconds.
Sometimes it's so much. So sometimes I even suggest man, just take a bite of an apple. If you don't even want to eat healthy, just take a bite of an apple each day.
Absolutely. Yeah. Same thing. Just be
2 minutes. 2 minutes each day. That's it. Take a deep breath. It doesn't have to start out at 20 minutes meditation. It doesn't have to start out at 30 minutes. Your meditation's your meditation.
Yeah, absolutely.
10 seconds, 1 minute, whatever it is. Just make it consistent and do it each day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so what I teach, my teacher is David Elliott. He's been teaching this style of pranayama yoga, breathwork meditation for the past 25 years. I've been a student of his for 6 years. And the whole practice of the work is based on self-care. So this is another tool, it's another way for you to really take care of yourself, to do something for yourself that is based in self-love. And when I first got into this, I thought, this woo-woo self-love, what are you talking about? I don't know about this, But if you tell me if I do this thing and I'm gonna have a life where I'm not gonna have to consistently beat myself up for everything I'm not doing perfectly, or I'm not worried about, what so-and-so thinks about me, because I'm just gonna do me, and I'm just gonna keep living my life. And I'm going to keep showing up for myself and for my goals and for my dreams. And there's something about this practice that supports all that.
Yes.
And it really helps to unlock and uncover a lot of the belief systems that we've created and the stories that we've created around the untruths.
So what I found when I did the breathwork classes, I'm extremely in touch. Like Lord and I talk to each other all the time, and I'm pretty in touch with what I see. It ends up happening, you know, the intuition. So I was in class and I said something that I'm going to have in my life, and I came over to you and I was like, it was just like spot on. And I can't tell you ever since I've done the breath work, how much more in tune I am with all of that. Yeah, like, I mean, just almost on a daily basis. I'm like, show me a sign, boom, boom, boom. Or, you know, I mean, it's just, it's phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal.
Because basically, and from an athlete's perspective, you know, because you want to just get quicker, better, faster, stronger, right? So in this, on the other side of things, where we're trying to manifest and we're attracting things to us, and energy attracts energy. Just like our things that I was talking about earlier, and the other side of what I do for a living, you know, it's we are all energy. And so when you're consistently clearing out anything that's stuck or stagnant or sticky or not so good, you're going to start drawing in the positive stuff. You're going to start having a better relationship with your intuition. You're going to start noticing, oh, those things that I think about are positive. Those things that I think about are the things that are coming to me. I'm asking for a sign, boop, a little feather drops out of the air, or whatever it is. I'm asking, is this the right thing that I'm supposed to be doing? And then all of a sudden you see a rainbow, or whatever the sign is for you. Clearing out with the breath helps us develop wicked intuition. And I mean, I was born very intuitive. I have a mother who's very intuitive. I'm also what's considered a highly sensitive person, or an HSP. And so doing this helped me really clear out a lot of the clutter when it came to the emotions and all the, like, the things that we think are true that just aren't true. And then...
So, you mind if I jump in real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
No, we're talking. So anyway.
I'm going to do it anyway.
And here comes Jim.
So I'm sitting here, as most people probably are, we're like, yes, absolutely yes. So I'm agreeing with everything you say. So now I find myself like knowing that there's things that need decluttering or that are chaotic or whatever. And then I follow your steps and I get in my breath. And I recognize that there's things that need to be removed, and I recognize all this stuff. There brings a little like panic or anxiety along with that once you find your breath after being from a chaotic state. So how are you going to deal with that, and like how do you coach somebody from that position where they come from a chaotic state, now they're more peaceful, but recognize there's so much chaos around them? So what do you coach from there?
Meaning that there's a lot of chaos that they deal with in their daily life. Like, are you talking about the transition from being in a meditative state to then going back into the real world?
Yeah, so I'm just talking about, like, right now I find my breath with you. You coach me today. And then I come out of this and I'm like, damn, there's like, I got a lot of crazy shit going on with my It can be stressful for somebody. I'm trying to tell you from the stressful point of view that is taking on this.
Right.
Like, so now what for them?
Yeah, so I mean, it's layers, right? You think you have this one problem, you get to it and you kind of figure that out, and then boom, there's another problem.
Right.
I mean, this is the never-ending cycle of life.
Right. And then once you get to one level, then all these other things show up.
Right.
You know, so it's always work. But isn't that what the journey is?
And now you have this new skill, you have this new coping mechanism where I call it the scratchy, itchy feeling, where you just feel like it's stress, it's anxiety, it's all of that, but it's deeper. And for me, it kind of manifests, it's almost like this, I just call it when I get really scratchy, where it's like everything is bugging me. And I mean, you could just say, oh, you look so pretty today. And I'd be like, don't talk to me, you know, because I need to do my work. I need to get rid of that layer of stuff that's settled in on me. And yeah, I mean, the coaching to that is, it's life. you know, and there are a myriad of tools and many, many things that you can do to get to the next level. But you have to keep confronting and facing the demon.
Well, that's like too, you know, like with you, like with how you do preventative, you know, I mean, this is always work, but I mean, you're going to eat healthy, you're going to exercise, you're going to do your breath work. I mean, that's like brushing your teeth. Like you brush your teeth every day. Let's just make this a part of your daily routine.
Right, and that has to say, a person can eat healthy, exercise, and do all those things, and then they might get diabetes. There are some things that are completely inexplicable. I could do all of these things, take care of myself, do breath work, teach people, heal people, clean out houses, you know, do all of the things that I do, and then I get cancer. I mean, it's like there are things that are just gonna happen, and when we have coping skills and we have ways to deal with them, it's how we show up. You know, you like that. It's how we show up and rise to the occasion. It's how we get. It's not about the problem. It's how we deal with the problem. You know, it's not about I have all this stress and anxiety. It's like, well, great. So what are you gonna do about it? Are you going to sit there and be in that soup? Or are you going to figure out how to spice it up and make it better so that it goes down and tastes really good?
Amen to that. Thank you. No, that's amazing.
Some good stuff, huh? Glad you stayed on the call.
Boom! Mic drop! Put me on the stage!
All right, so y'all know how Jim likes to stir. So he came in trying to stir with her, and she was like, giddy up, let's go.
Because you don't know the self-work I've done already. You don't know the things that I have already confronted.
Yeah, so, and I think it's awesome that you came into this space doing that, because you're in the same space. Like, you've done so much work yourself, so now you feel like you can stir it. And I just think it's awesome that we're bringing all of these people together and just doing all this cool stuff. And I was at Super Soul Sunday, or Super Soul Session today. It was amazing. And all day long I'm texting Jim everything that's happening, just so that he could feel like his energy was there. And I forgot to tell him I was going to. I apologize. But sorry, because I just got all over his ass about not telling me stuff. So sorry. Didn't show up like I'm trying to ask you to show up for. Gotta do my work. And but it was just so freaking amazing. And then he said, well, you know what, you're kind of in, you know, like our, how'd you put it, our own thing or something like that. So
you told me, you're like, you said, I forget who you were talking about, you're like, he's on another level.
Did I say that?
Yeah, and I was like, no, you're on your own level.
Yeah, but so, yes, that's where it came from, yes. So what I loved about that was, now we're bringing like we present all of that stuff differently. We're like, boom, let's bring it, you know? So that's like a whole new way of looking at things, you know? I think it's awesome that with us creating this show, all these people are starting to show up and do all of this stuff, so.
I mean, and people ask me questions all the time after a class, or they ask me, you know, my Instagram, well, how do I clear my shot? You know, they ask me all sorts of questions.
Yeah.
But it's also like the first time someone maybe suggests, well, maybe you should go to therapy. I mean, that's scary to a lot of people.
Yeah.
And so it's just all these other things that we now have access to, like, well, maybe you should try yoga, or I've heard Pilates is really great. And for a lot of people, eating an apple sounds terrible to them. You know, it does not set well with them at all. They would rather have Taco Bell and Diet Coke and call it a day. But you know, it's hard, it's challenging for people to make those transitions until they're willing to do it. Until they're willing to be like, okay, I'm sad enough, I'm depressed enough, I'm anxious enough, so I'm going to do something I've never done before.
Any more questions for her?
Thank you.
You're so welcome.
And
thank you so much.
so this weekend, I'm going to be with you all weekend.
You are?
Yeah.
Yay.
So learning the breath work and bringing it to Chicago. So
Yeah.
super stoked.
Bringing it?
Bringing it.
Bringing it. I'm teaching this weekend, I'm teaching the, there's 4 levels of David Elliott's body of work, and so I'm certified to teach the first level, which is a very high honor, and not very many people are certified to actually teach his work. There's only a small handful of us, so this is my first foray into teaching, and we have a lovely little group, and we're going to do a lot of fun games with our intuition and partnered work and partnered breath work, and yeah, it's a lot of fun.
That's awesome. And this girl is 2 months now, and you are stepping into you are really stepping into it. So I'm so proud of you and honored that, I was like, we were having a conversation, and I was like, so I'm gonna get you on camera. She's like, okay. And then all of a sudden it was like, you have to come later because I'm being filmed for this. And yeah. I was like, oh, that's how it rolls. So she opened the door by saying yes to somebody who was going to fly out here to be with you. Yeah. And then boom, boom, boom. And didn't you just get featured in a magazine?
I was featured on KTLA. I was on the news, the local news here, and I was I've been in Mind Body Green several times. Yeah. And there's a new thing that's our Acacia, the oil company. I don't know if you're familiar with them. They make essential oils and they make bath salts and body lotions. It's a pretty big company, but they just started a new platform called Noteworthy. So it's a bunch of contributors, and I'm one of the founding members of that as well. And I'll be talking about organizing and the relationship to your emotions and all of that stuff. But there's tons of other amazing people, yoga teachers and life coaches and therapists, and just all sharing the wisdom of what works for people.
And she's stepping into her own, even saying what she's doing. That's huge.
It's true.
It's huge.
And I'm creeping closer and closer and closer to the big 4-0. So I'm just ready, Yeah. I'm just ready to be in it fully.
I love it. So y'all, I'm going to give you the biggest gift I could possibly give you, because she told me that she would do a recorded meditation by the time she hit that big 4-0.
Oh, I did.
So how about if we challenge her to get that done? Jim's in the background going, yeah. So,
I will. Get it done.
Yeah, get it done. All right. All right. Do you want to give them any homework? Because we always give them homework.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Mind if I thank her real quick?
Say again?
Do you mind if I thank her real quick?
You can. I would love that.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for showing up today.
You're very welcome.
Your energy and your authenticity and the way that you present is absolutely amazing. So thank you so much. Thank you, Jody,
Welcome.
for being on this. So
you are full of compliments today. I love it. And I have them all recorded.
We're editing that out.
I got them on text too, so just so you know.
Uh-oh. Well, thank you for asking me. It's truly an honor, and I do this work and I do what I do because I truly believe that it changes the heartbeat of the planet. I do it with all of my heart and all of my soul. And the more people that I can help breathe and just take time for themselves to really take care of themselves, the more I feel like I've done my part in this lifetime.
You're gonna cry.
Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna cry.
Homework.
Oh, homework. So I challenge. Is it gonna be a challenge?
Absolutely.
Okay. So, and I'm gonna make it big because I just like big goals. So for the next 30 days, I would challenge you that anytime you feel super anxious or stressed out, or like you can't take a full breath, like your breath is maybe stuck right here, that you just take a minute no matter where you are, and you can do this no matter where you are, and nobody will even know that you're doing it. Just take a full deep breath into your belly, and then exhale out, all through an open mouth. Because when you breathe out of your mouth and you connect into your belly, you're much, much more connected to your center and to the earth. When you breathe through the nose, you're still connected up here in the brain. So using nose breathing is much more connected to staying in your head. When you breathe into your belly, it's much more about connecting to the earth and being more centered, stable, vital. So anytime you're feeling super stressed out and anxious, just take a breath through the mouth and fill up the low belly, and then exhale out of the mouth. So just try it. I'd love to know what happens.
Yeah, leave us some messages. Yes.
Let us know what happens.
Yes.
Let us know.
Now she's like, boom.
Exactly. Let me know, people.
We love you guys and appreciate you, and thank you for bringing us into your life. I mean, really,
Yes.
yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.